Previously on Trails for Daybreak, the party exposed a fake police officer who was extorting a bootleg merchant. Then they went to the sand sea in order to look for a missing camel, earning them a free cacao pulp drink. In the casino, they found that Dingo arrived a day early and that Bermati was participating in a bartending contest. Finally, they took on a story-mandated quest to defeat a monster in Tharbad's Waterway. Unlock. Cool, now we can enter. Actually, I wanted to ask before we go in. You seemed to be thinking pretty hard earlier before you accepted this gig. Something seems off about all this. What? Good eye, I didn't realize anyone was paying attention. Yeah, there's something. It's just a hunch, but considering nothing else has gone wrong in the last 20 days, the timing of this sure seems fishy. Sabotage. I don't know what it is, but it doesn't feel like a coincidence to me. Now that I think about it, the odds of this happening purely by chance do feel awfully low. Exactly, plus it didn't sound like there's been weird gang or monster activity lately, which makes us even more suspicious. With all these threatening notes going around, everything with the Genesis, this feels like an omen. Talk about timing. What the heck is down there? Your guess is as good as mine. Now stay sharp, everyone, we're going in. Enter yes. This is surprisingly well lit for an underground waterway. Yeah, you can see light pouring in from the surface even. There doesn't seem to be much water flowing though. And whoever's responsible is waiting for us up ahead. Just be careful, no such thing as being too cautious when our warning alarm lights up. Agreed.
There!
Let's get to work!
Charge attack available.
I've got you! We're down! We can win right now!
Unleashing Shark Strike.
Damn. Weak to Earth Wind. They're not close together. Shit. Okay, this does extend my AoE slightly.
Initializing drive. Displaying information.
Just gonna have to pick someone else to kill.
Keep it up! It's working! Zypha, activate!
Sucker! A chance!
Activating skill!
There goes ya!
Give them your all! Ha! Yes!
Activating skill.
Got him. Nice.
Nice! That went great!
You kick butt, man! Ha! Ha!
Battle finished. Now processing data.
I don't think we can cross here.
Water's probably too low to trigger the mechanism.
We'll have to find another way around.
Let's get to work!
Charge attack available. Enemy stunned. Unleashing Now's your chance to deploy shards.
There! Yeah!
Sucker!
There we go.
I can live with this.
Fancy even for a fancy pants.
There we go. Away we go.
Looks like some good loot.
Mine too. Seal. Heat Brooch.
Ooh, a treasure chest!
Celestial Balm. Sepith. For the quadruple tactical bonus, this room might actually be pretty good for it since there are a lot of enemies, and that means they'll all have the same pattern that you can hopefully learn well enough to dodge. Yes, you have to, of course, figure out all the conditions you need to fulfill for it. There's probably a list somewhere. but you can use this bunch of enemies to do it pretty easily since they're not too strong, but at the same time they might die way too quickly for you to actually do anything unless you're on nightmare mode. I didn't get the quadruple bonus in this footage here, but I did manage to get it off screen during the nighttime segment. You can actually return here during the nighttime segment if you want to do some grinding.
Water's kind of running on low right now. Still, it's impressive that people can normally use so much water when they're living in a desert.
Yeah, being down here really makes you appreciate Professor Hamilton's handiwork.
Whoa! Frugal Phantom Tree Hydra Nubia. A giant plant monster, it's huge. That explains where all the water went. Must have grown nice and strong, soaking up sunlight and drinking straight from this oasis tap. Look what else is down here too. Genesis! How in Aeos's name did it get there? Probably planted there by Almada. Watch out, everyone. Overgrown bastard. Time to take it down, come on.
Everyone, move in!
Okay, we just want to
Good time to boost.
best to keep our distance for this one.
Time to go all out! Keep it up! It's working!
Energy output.
On the other hand, it might be good to have him drop a double S-craft real quick. Just to...
All in.
Yeah, I can't cast fast enough. So, yeah, let's just drop double S-craft just to make sure we get take advantage of that boost thing. Yeah.
Activating
Blink
skill.
and you'll miss it. Soar for me.
Just want to get my max boost gauge higher for free, essentially.
Boost
Here
gauge
goes.
limit crushed. Activating
Blink
skill.
and you'll miss it. Soar for me. Phoenix dance.
Boost gauge
Shit.
limit crushed.
Okay, now we got that. Okay, but I should really focus on using more defensive things.
Time to go all out!
Going all in.
Plasma Sphere.
Initializing drive.
Also Plasma Sphere. Call allies!
There.
Shit.
There! Mary!
Activating skill.
There! Yes!
Here goes.
So many dudes, I should have saved the S-craft.
Attack their weakness with an arc! Keep it up!
Got a
It's
whole
working.
slew of them. Got a whole slew of them.
Attack their weakness with an arc! I'll round them up and scatter them! Keep it up! It's
Seriously,
working.
I can't cast fast enough.
I'll round them up and scatter them! I'll round them up and scatter
Let's
them!
party.
Sealed.
Going all in.
There's no way to hit all... Shit.
Let's party.
We're already almost dead. No, the barrier's still up.
Initializing drive.
Oh, self-buff?
Activating skill.
There!
Yes!
Activating skill.
Perfect chance!
A boost would work here.
Being able to call allies like that is so evil. Just for that, I'm going to keep casting like this.
Keep it up! It's working!
Wait, did sealing prevent me from casting as well? The hell?
Going all in.
Since when could seal prevent magic casting? Bruh.
Let's party!
So I need to have seal resistance on everyone.
Zypha, activate!
Oh no, I was just targeting the wrong way. Never mind.
You'll be sorry for that!
Energy output at maximum.
Activating skill.
A chance!
Oh man.
Let's party!
Okay. Hitbox has to be just right, unfortunately.
Certain arts will be more effective.
Going all in.
Initializing drive.
Use a shard boost to get the upper hand!
Show me what you got!
Zypha activate.
Here goes!
A boost would work here.
Zypha, activate! Thank you! There! Yes!
Activating skill.
There!
Activating skill.
Here goes!
Skill can also get the elemental boost, huh? Interesting.
Time to go all out! Activating drive!
A boost would work here.
Good luck!
Now's a good time to boost.
Zypha activate!
Ah.
There!
A chance.
Use a shard boost to get the upper hand!
Ideal force.
Good luck! Activating drive! There! Mary! He flinched! Ha! Yes!
There.
I should have done that earlier, huh?
You won't get away with this!
Keep spamming aerial dust because that way, if he summons any allies, they'll be caught up in the AoE.
Initializing drive.
Mary!
Activating skill.
Ha! Yes!
Activating skill.
Damn.
Don't screw with me!
Did I already run out of the magic buff? Not yet. Okay.
Show me what you got!
Zypha, activate!
Here goes.
Might as well cast Ideal Force, ideally.
Activate.
And just keep spamming. Plasma Spirit is strong, but I don't want to take the risk that those will summon more dudes.
Initializing drive.
Mary!
Activating skill.
There.
Deal Force.
Perfect chance!
If you summon any dudes, they will get caught up in the AoE and die. Ah shit, you're buffing.
Activating skill.
There! Mary!
It's go time!
How's our barriers doing? They're looking pretty good, actually.
Flames protect us! Good luck!
Pull out all the stops!
No, you're just itching to summon another round of mooks.
Going all in.
Initializing drive.
Or you're just gonna use sewage breath again.
Perfect chance!
Okay, everyone just blast with wind.
Show me what you got!
Yes, go. Everyone, wind.
Activating
There.
drive!
Make it count, Aaron!
Yes!
Activating skill.
And done.
I won't stop here!
Gibraltar guard. Ha, bird in hell, asshole. Pan, is everyone alright? Yeah, that was hard, but we did it. It's got last such attack. No, it's got a backup. What's that? An angel? Get down. Oh no! Son of a... You evil Malek! That belongs to Anya's! How the hell did it block them all?
Van! That was too dangerous!
Why are you taking all the damn blows yourself?
It's my time to shine again!
What? Where are we going? Grendel mode? That was fast.
It's you.
Mayor!
There you are. I can take it, so let's just do this!
What are you in such a rush for? Oh well, the Grendels all...
Huh?
There is no need to bear any nightmare, for you are already one made flesh.
Oh no, it's malfunctioning.
Huh? What's happening?
The hell's going on?
He looks like he's in real pain! Stop the process, or he's going to... I'm not doing any of this! Wait, could it be...
I don't think so!
You're not going near him! Van, pull yourself together! We're right here with you. Please, try and stay calm.
Anya!
Huh?
What?
What just happened? I see I made it in time.
Mirrors? It's just like with Claire, except she can jump on them.
I don't know who you are, but this man has entered into a contract with us. If you intend to harm him, I will be forced to respond in accordance with company policy.
I see. So you are affiliated with them, are you? We have recovered our target. There is no need to continue this battle any longer. Farewell, then. With me, Ishtanti.
Just what is that thing?
An angelic puppet?
No! They still have the Genesis!
We couldn't have got it back off of them if we tried.
It's a small miracle we all came out of that unharmed as it is.
Van. Back to normal, huh? Are you alright, Van? What about when you were hurt earlier? Oh, that's just a scratch. I'm more worried about how damn tired I feel. Looks like Maribert just took off without saying anything too. Figures. Is everything you people make a freaking mystery? Sure wasn't expecting you to drop in as emergency backup either.
Supporting our clients is my primary duty, and one I take great pride in. My fortuitous timing also helped me to contextualize the peculiarities in your previous review.
Well, I really screwed up on this one. I can't say this is how I thought our first meeting in person would go.
I find these circumstances rather surprising myself.
What the hell? She shows up out of nowhere, and you're acting like you've known each other for years. I remember seeing your face on Van Zypha. Who are you? And if I may ask, what company are you affiliated with? Sorry, I guess I never explained this part. I'm fine now, thanks.
My apologies for my belated introduction. My name is Risette Twinings, and I work as a concierge. My employer is Marduk Total Security Company, a private military company. Mr. Arkride here is a valued external tester for our company, and someone to whom we owe a great deal. It is a pleasure to meet you all.
The Marduk Company? That's not the first time I've heard the name recently. They do security, I think, and I believe they're based outside of Calvard.
Correct. Their main headquarters is located in the Orid state. While still a young company, it already enjoys a large customer base within and without Calvard.
And I think they also helped Roy talk to Ouroboros.
As I mentioned, Mr. Arkride is contracted with us as an external tester for our Tactical Research and Development Division.
Yep, that's how I went up with the program for marrying my trusty little son Calvard. We're equal partners in this endeavor.
Beyond that, in recent times, we've developed ties to various nations' public security apparatuses, as well as most every mercenary enterprise. We even maintain a technological partnership with the Warriors of Kruga, albeit only in a partial capacity.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that, although I've heard rumors about your company before, but that's an awful lot for one private military company to handle. Does that mean Marduk basically divides its business between its general security and its tactical research and development divisions? You guys must be swimming in cash these days. Taking up more and more market share as you supply tech services to militaries and Jaegers alike sounds like a hell of a recipe for success.
Leave it to Mr. Arkride to employ such sharp assistance. It pleases me to see the next generation is coming along well.
I ain't looking for anyone to succeed me here. They're just part-time helpers around the office, that's all. But enough about us. You still haven't told us what the hell you're doing all the way out here. I understand how dedicated and responsible you are as a concierge, and I appreciate how much you guys value me as a tester. And to be clear, I'm grateful for all the maintenance work you do remotely for my Zypha too. You've been a big help. Yet coming out here like this, that gets into stupid levels of service. I know for a fact you've got other stuff to do. So why go to all this trouble, huh? What's going on behind the scenes to make you drop everything and wander out here? I suppose I can fill you in on what's happening, but on one condition. You agreed to tell me about the anomalies surrounding those shards and your holo core, as well as that stolen device. Do we have a deal? That That's a lot to ask. This chick plays hard. You may rest assured. I'm merely joking. You don't need to go into such detail. There are 2 reasons as to why I've traveled to Tharbad. One of them was indeed to make direct contact with Mr. Arkride. After all, I couldn't help but be concerned when our previous call was cut short in the manner that it was. Yeah, my bad. I didn't mean for it to be such a big deal. You sound like someone trying to explain to his girl why I was two-tapping her when you talk like that, you know? Yikes, Agnes looks super tense. My other reason for coming to the city is to investigate the film festival in person. Say what? Why would you need to do that? Marduk has a stake in this? Quite simply, it's related to the Messeldam Film Festival that was set to take place 2 months ago. It has to do with the circumstances surrounding its cancellation. You mean that racial terrorism stuff? No kidding, I think I'm seeing where this is going. As you all know, Messeldam was forced to cancel the festival after receiving a terrorist threat and witnessing a wave of suspicious fires. The city, along with the local security company that was forced to pay a fine for a resulting breach of contract, requested our services. That incident appears to be linked to the Tharbad's festival, which has received greater attention than was otherwise anticipated. As a result, the decision was made to dispatch me to reassess the company's risk evaluation for Calvard. So that's what's going on, huh? Now I got it. I'm sorry, but I think I got lost somewhere around Messeldam cancelled. Basically, if I understand her correctly, Risette is here to evaluate Calvard's security risks nationwide. That way, she and her company can be prepared to provide any necessary services if and when they're needed. The way she talks, it sounds like Calvard's hardly the only one her place keeps a close eye on. Hell, it sounds a lot like how Heiue's elders tend to think. These guys have got their fingers in some pretty dicey pies. I completely understand your concern. It's certainly true that Marduk makes its money from wars and national-scale law enforcement. On the other hand, we also take pride in demonstrably contributing in part to regional security. We also help to combat criminal cabals and other such groups, including ones that have seen their threat level grow, inconceivably large. You're talking about... I guess it only makes sense that your company would be involved in that too. So long story short, circumstances more or less forced you to come out here anyway. I wasn't the only factor. That's all I need to know then. I won't pry any further. Is all that to say that you're basically on loan to us? If so, I'll give you free rein to act however you deem fit while we're here. Your skills are even better than I expected, now that I've seen them in person. You've got my trust, Risette. Don't worry. That is very reassuring to hear. It'll be a pleasure working together with you here in person, Mr. Arkride. Wait a second, does this mean... Are you saying we have to team up with this chick? You sure you don't want to give that some more thought? If you guys feel that strongly about it, I won't force you to work with her. But you all saw what happened back in the Waterway. I don't think we should look a gift horse in the mouth. Well... So I guess you've got a point. We're dealing with that girl and the angel thing, and they both ran off once they got their hands on the Genesis. We might not have hard evidence yet, but if I had to point fingers at who's behind it, I know who my first guess would be. Yeah, I agree. It's entirely possible that Almada could be lurking out here too.
I cannot claim to be fully aware of your specific circumstances, but our analysis does suggest that's quite possible. Having said that, I also believe that it's too early to rule out other potential actors as well. To that end, I will do whatever I can to help, even if I'm still relatively inexperienced as a concierge. Also, regarding the anomaly between Mare and Mr. Arkride, it's rather curious to see an AI with no will manifest and react in that manner, as well as for its user to be covered so densely in shards. I may, however, be able to devise a treatment to address the symptoms of such unforeseen outbursts. I speak not only as a professional, I sincerely wish to help on a personal level as well.
Oh.
You're really something.
I understand that I may be imposing upon you, and that you all may have trouble accepting my presence. I truly do. Regardless, would it be all right for me to accompany you all for the next few days while you're in the city?
Risette, it's okay. You don't have to be so hesitant. We would be happy to have you with us. In fact, it would be really reassuring.
Yeah, those wall things you used earlier were really cool too.
Hell, if anything, I wouldn't be shocked if you turned out to be more reliable than our chief here.
Hey, watch your mouth. Not that I can disagree.
Thank you, Miss Claudel, Miss al-fayed, Mr. Wei. Then from now on, I, Risette Twinings, will accompany you, Arkride Solutions, during your 3-day mission in Tharbad.
Wait, did we tell her how long it was? After all, the group enjoyed a nice milky batch of chai, courtesy of the inn's proprietress, as thanks for all their hard work. As they did so, they summarized to Risette the sequence of events up until their current mission for Nina Fenley and Jiv Lancer. They delved into the genesis and the Grendel, as well as the crimes committed by Almada, revelations that stunned the concierge. For her part, she swore to keep what she learned strictly confidential and not divulge anything to her employer without permission. Such sincere consideration for their circumstances further cemented the newfound trust Arkride Solutions had in Risette. Soon enough, with the sun setting, Van fully recovered and regained his stamina. The party decided to venture back outside, both to find a place to eat at for dinner, as well as to report back to the actresses on their progress. October 5th, 6:02 p.m. Now this is more my kind of scene. A city only really comes alive at night, if you ask me. You know what that means. Time to hit the streets and see what sorts of joints with foxy ladies they've got around here. Aaron, do grow up. I don't know what these fox ladies you're talking about are. All I know is I'm starving. Don't mind him. He's just driving with his pants, you might say. We've still got some time to kill before our meeting. Let's take another look around town while scoping out somewhere to sit down and eat. I know it's not the most efficient way of going about things, but it's how I do as a spriggan. Hope us just meandering around a bit doesn't drive you too up the wall. Oh no, not at all. I'm actually quite interested to learn. I've wanted to know more about your work for some time. To summarize, the plan is to check for new 4SPG requests, responding to them as necessary while continuing to survey the city on foot, yes? Then when the time is right, we'll make our way to Al Jumeirah to report into Miss Fenley and Miss Lancer. Is my understanding correct? Wow, you didn't take long to adapt to how we do things. Seriously, it's like she's been with us this whole time. Quick, Agnes, you've got to contribute something. Something! Oh yes, we still need to deliver those autographs to Shahina. Hey, you're right. I forgot all about that. Yeah, me too. Can we just dump in her mailbox or something? Do you think she's home by now? No, not yet. Don't you remember? She said she wanted to stop by the mom on their way back from work. Good point. I'm sure it's reopened by now. Might as well stop by and see how they're doing. Sounds like a plan. Well, what are we waiting for? No time to lose. Let's get to work, everyone. And indeed, lead the way, everyone. I will follow along.
Mira deposit confirmed.
Set to join the party. Inside looks a lot like the bathhouse from Old Town, huh? It's amazing how good the hammam is at cleaning your skin and removing hair. I heard stories before, but hammamming is believing. I don't just feel like I look better, I can tell my blood flow has improved too. I'm so nice and warm. I'm going to sleep like a log tonight. I should see if Altera has any hammams. Wait, no, I shouldn't. That'll just ruin the surprise when I go there, if I know what to expect. Traditional technology like this is so impressive. I remember being blown away by the loyally bath I took when I was in Remiferia too. Hi Shahina, hi Sarah. Looks like our hunch was right. Good to see you ladies. Oh, hello everyone. The owner was just telling us about you all. It sounds like you guys had to clear out some monsters to get the baths back up and running. That's amazing. I knew you guys were talented. Thanks again for everything you all did. I'd still be in dire straits if it weren't for you folks. And all part of being a spriggan, we got plenty out of the whole exercise too, so it was good for everyone. Well, that's good to hear. By the way, who might you be? I don't believe you were with them earlier. Forgive my late introduction. You may call me Risette. I was dispatched here on short notice. You two are Miss Sarah and Miss Shahina, correct? It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Nice to meet you, too. Wait, is that a maid outfit you're wearing? I've never seen one of those in person before. Not precisely. This is the uniform that I wear for work. You can think of it as a combat suit designed to let me offer maximum support to my customers when needed. That sounds complicated. Whatever it is, you look super cool in it, that's for sure. Hey, since we're all here, why don't you guys join us in the baths? There's so much I want to talk about. That sounds like fun. Maybe we could all get dinner together afterwards, too. There's a place close by I always go to that I'm sure you all would enjoy. Sure, we'd be happy to take you up on that. Probably not a bad idea for us to wash up before we meet up with our client again, anyway. Say what you like. I know you're just looking for an excuse to take a dip. Not that I'm against it. I could really use a bite to eat, but that's okay. A bath sounds good after everything we've done today. That's settled. We'll join you two in the baths. Yay, that's perfect. Come on, I'll show you where the girls' ones are. Shahina, calm down. They've had a long day. Take as long as you want in there, folks. You've earned it.
Man, this blows. I didn't consider the fact that I'd be stuck alone in here with you.
Would you pipe down? You're killing the vibe. Just close your eyes and relax. Embrace the tranquility. And then...
He dumps a bucket of water on you.
Oh, shut up. I bet you every mirror in my wallet the girls are living it up on the other side of this wall. Speaking of girls, man, I'd kill to check out that maid and the older sister's scorching bods right about... Blah!
We sit on sacred ground, punk. Don't defile it with your libido. Keep it up, and I'll scrub you down till your skin is raw, if that's what it takes to clean that dirty brain of yours for the first time.
Alright, I'll drop it. Idios, you don't have to be so serious about it.
They're certainly having a lively time over there.
Ugh. Don't they realize we can hear every word they're saying? He's not wrong, though. All you girls are just as gorgeous as Sara. I mean, Risette's hair and skin are both so silky, she practically looks like a doll. You're so pretty too, Agnes. And how do you get those when you're only 16?
Uh-huh.
I'm only a year younger than you. There's no way I'm gonna be able to catch up that quickly. What's your secret? What do you eat to fill out like that, huh?
Truth be told, I've been kind of curious too. I'd love to know for future reference. I don't do anything special. Fairy, stop staring at me so much. You're scaring me.
Shahina, please. Cool it down a little.
Well, I personally think Miss al-fayed and Miss Shahina are very beautiful in their own right. If anything, I should comment on your skin, Miss Sara. What sort of regimen do you use to achieve such a glossy look?
Oh, I just use shea butter. The stuff they make in Tharbad is really good and...
Holy cow, you got Nina Fenley and Judith Lancer's autographs. Thank you guys so much. I'll treasure these forever, really. Oh, it's no problem. I'm glad you like them. Those autographs have gotta be worth a pretty mirror. We're talking about two of the hottest stars around. Think you might sell them? No way, how could I ever? Still, it feels so surreal right now. I can't believe my own sister is gonna be dancing up on stage with folks like them. Who would've thought? Don't get too excited about it all, Shahina. I don't think they're going to ask me to do anything that big. Well, I still think it's awesome that you get to be involved at all. Wait, by dancing, do you mean for the Cardinal Cavalcade? Yeah, some director named Salvatore Gotti walked up to me and asked if I wanted to take part. Not just him, he was with some other snappy-looking guy too. They went nuts for Sara. Apparently Mr. Gotti was all, baby, you're more perfect than Adios herself. My parade isn't complete without you. He was dead set on bringing her on, whatever it took. It wasn't long before she folded like a house of cards. Heh. Shahina, you don't have to tell them every little thing about it. I'm not sure I know what this Cardinal Cavalcade is. Is this some event that will be part of the film festival? Yeah, it's a parade that will kick off when the festival opens. It sounds like it's going to be quite the production. Like Shahina said, I guess it's supposed to include famous actresses and whatnot. You can see you being right in there, Sara. You're going to do great. I know, Gotti can talk pretty raunchy, but his passion and taste are the real deal. He didn't say all that just to be nice. If he says you're perfect, then he means it. You'll do just fine out there, Sara. I know you've got what it takes. Thanks, man. That means a lot. Heh, am I seeing things, or are you turning a little red? I am not. Stop it. Sara, Shini. There you two are. Where have you guys been? Hey, Timur. We're just hanging out in the hammam. And quit calling me Shini. I've got a real name, you know. Sorry, Shini. You'll always be Shini to me. This is a friend of yours. Yeah, he's a kid from the neighborhood. What's going on, Timur? Why are you looking for us? Because someone asked me to give you this to you, Sara. That's why. A letter? That's strange. I wonder what it could be. A fret letter? Thanks, Timur. What the? Is everything okay? What's wrong, Sara? What in the world? Decline to participate in the parade or tragedy will befall you. How'd they even know you were participating? I thought that your audition was rather recent. Is this somebody's sick idea of a joke? How'd they figure out so quickly? Is it a spy? Maybe it's a spy from within? I can't believe even Sara, of all people, got one of those threatening notes. According to that Timur boy, a Central Easterner they passed by who was working for a shipping company gave the note to him. I guess that delivery person is most likely innocent. Just like with Nina and Judith, the culprit's probably going through several layers to cover up the real origin point of the note. That makes tracking them down incredibly tricky. Slippery bastard, they can't make it easy on us, can they? Are Sara and Shahina going to be okay? I really think you two should talk to the guild about this. I agree. I'm sure they will give your case priority attention since it involves a civilian in danger. I imagine that any fees they would charge for their services would be quite nominal too. I don't know about that. Huh? Come on, you've got to do something, Sarah. This really creeps me out. I hate to suggest this, but maybe you should quit the parade if that's the safest thing to do. No, I can't. Apparently preparations for the parade are already almost complete. If I pull out now, it'll probably cause a lot of trouble for the director and everyone else involved in it. That's what will happen if I turn to the guild too, isn't it? We can't say for sure, but if things go south, I could definitely see that being the case, yeah. But Sarah... Fan, I know this is really presumptuous of me to ask, but... Is this something you and your agency can handle for me? Of course I'm prepared to pay for your services. I don't expect you to do it for free. That's real generous of you, taking on their case for cheap as an extension of what we're doing for Nina and Judith. But don't you get the feeling she's trying to hide something? Yeah, yes, going to Spriggan usually means you have something to hide, huh? What, she is? I got that impression too. I think there's something going on with her that we don't know about. Well, a deal's a deal. Whatever it is, we already promised we'd help her. Plus, for all we know, this might turn up some new leads. Following this could be a good idea. As a first step, would you like me to pinpoint which company was responsible for delivering the note? Wouldn't hurt to know, for sure. In the meantime, we need to go to the entertainment district. The other ladies are waiting for us at the hotel. We need to fill them in on everything that's happened, including this new note. Thanks for getting the water back and running again, everyone. Feel free to relax there as long as you all like. In fact, I know you only asked for one free bath, but you can use the facilities as much as you like. I heard how much trouble it was. It's become easy to take our water for granted nowadays, even though we're in the middle of a desert. But before the professor and the Verne company came through with the waterworks project, sometimes we went bone dry out here. We've been blessed with so much water for 20 years. I was beginning to forget what a miracle that whole system really is.
Welcome to the Marjan Hammam.
Well, hey, it's a hammam. Admissions on the house. Least I can do for saving my whole business. Okay, do this for the achievement.
That's the stuff.
The steam feels quite pleasant.
On top of the world!
Glad to see you enjoyed yourself.
Well, the sight of those newfangled mechanical hookahs. They've ruined the flavor of our own hookahs over here. What could these people possibly want, thinking they can come in with their weird devices, mechanizing our culture? I'm going to need to have another talk with Far Mukhtar about the state of the world, because I don't like where it's headed, that's for sure. I can sympathize with Abdullah's worries. If Tharbad's changing so fast, it feels as though we've hardly had time to remember tradition. Even so, we mustn't forget that we have Professor Hamilton and her incredible work to thank for our current fortune. It would be disrespectful to everything she's done for our fair city to completely reject the Tharbad we have today. It might well be worthwhile for us to take a step back like she did and reconsider our position. Even with the film festival right around the corner, the nights around here have gotten strangely loud and hectic. Unlike the entertainment district, it used to be that when the sun went down, things really mellowed out in the central cultural district. But lately it's becoming more and more like the entertainment district. It's all a little concerning.
Quick break, that's all.
Thanks for fixing the problem over the hammam down the street. You guys have been a big help around here. If only Mom would take a page out of your book instead of doing something worthwhile over time. She's just been playing Cupid all year. She wants me to hurry up and settle down for the future of the inn, but I'm just not ready to take over. I'm not being humble. My mother is really intent on me settling down and starting a family. One time I just happened to say how pretty one of the dancing sisters was, and she went out and tried to find a girl like her. If you're wondering why she didn't introduce us, it's because she couldn't possibly picture us being a good fit, which, sigh. There's another trader I know who's lost his camel. It sound like a real nightmare. I've got to be careful so the same thing doesn't happen to me, and I cross the bridge if I come to it. For now, I'm taking a break. You only live once. I bought one of those orbital hookahs that are so big right now. Might as well give it a whirl, right? So this is what it tastes like. It's got its quirks, but it's not bad for what it is. It stings my nose a little, but it sure wakes you up. The fact that I can smoke this while riding my camel in the car is a real lifesaver as a traveling salesman, I'll tell you what. On behalf of the hammam owner, I just wanted to thank you all again for helping out with that. It's amazing how much we can all accomplish when we come together to solve a problem like that. Also, I'm glad we had an extra bed to spare for that lovely new lady you've added to your ranks. I hate having to put her in that shared room, but all our rooms are full. You really got lucky with your reservation there. Now that our son's getting older, I feel like it's time for him to start getting ready to take over the inn in the future. I'm trying to set him up with a nice girl so he'll settle down, but he's completely glum about the whole idea. Puts me in a bit of a spot. I wish he had more confidence in himself. He's a perfectly capable young man who's got his act together. What isn't there to like?
Western culture is so fascinating.
We may have gotten the trouble sorted out at the bazaar, but something about it all still doesn't sit right with me. I've heard that Tharbad's seeing more and more tourists who are getting out of hand, like what those dancers had to deal with. I think tomorrow I'll focus my efforts on the entertainment district. More people from out of town end up there.
You won't find this just anywhere.
The atmosphere feels pretty different here compared to daytime.
Reminds me a lot of the night market in Longport.
Very well.
Looking for something for dinner? How about some camel meat? They say it pairs well with a nice libation. Here in the Central East, families often come together to eat camel on holidays and the like. You might find yourself craving some alcohol at those gatherings, but our customs strictly forbid drinking at those times. The film festival is great for business. With all these tourists coming to town, my sales have nearly doubled. I'm a little concerned I'm going to run low on some of my stock, but that's not the worst problem to have when I can put so much money away. Plus, my daughter's so curious about Western culture. I want to take her traveling one of these days, so it'll help me save for that too. My traditional flame-powered hookahs still sell pretty well these days, but it's these new orbital-powered hookahs that draw in all the repeat customers now. It's a shame. The old-fashioned ones still have a lot to offer, as long as you enjoy them in moderation, but times are what they are, sigh. I heard that some ne'er-do-wells gave those poor dancers quite a bit of trouble. It's such a shame. In my day, travelers who came here were considerate towards us, but these days, I worry that our way of life here is in danger. It troubles me greatly. There's nothing quite like our cultural district here in Tharbad. Between running away from you guys and then introducing myself to everyone at the bazaar, today's been a lot. Like, a lot. So I'm so tired, I feel like I'd pass out any second.
Indeed.
Now that I've introduced them to everyone at the bazaar, we're going to go off and have dinner somewhere. She's not so good with words, but thankfully everyone seems to understand that she's sorry for the trouble she's caused. Not everyone's forgiven her, but I was at least able to get them to tolerate her being in the bazaar, which is an important first step. What happens from there might come down to how hard she decides to work. In the meantime, I think I'm going to treat her to a good meal before we head on over to the temple. It's about time she had something nice. Whoever thought our son would be so interested in our cultures? He told me he wants to have a lamp and a rug. We should probably just get him the lamp, don't you think? A rug's going to be a bit expensive. I don't know, just because he wants a rug doesn't mean we all couldn't use it as a family. Why don't we buy a replica or something? Also, not to change the subject, but, honey, what's stopping your whole smoking? Oh, it's a hookah. It's a traditional way of smoking the tobacco in the Central East. This portable type you can carry around with you only came out recently. It's pretty handy. I know I've been trying to cut back on smoking, but I thought I should at least try this stuff since we're here. It can't hurt. I never expected my son to be so taken to Central Eastern culture. It's great. I'm taking it as a sign that we should travel more often. Speaking of Central Eastern culture, I knew about hookahs before coming here. But I had no idea these orbital hookahs were a thing nowadays. Feels like they popped out of nowhere. Is this some kind of Almada plot? I appreciate my husband taking us all out on this trip, especially since it's given our son so many new experiences. I don't know if him smoking that hookah when he's not used to it is such a good idea though, no matter how ambient he says it is. Are those hookahs really that good? I see an awful lot of people smoking them all over town. You have to wonder. Tourists these days have no respect for what they're visiting. Tharbad isn't just some theme park that exists for enjoyment. It's a place where people live, and they want to live here in peace. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy to see that kid taking interest in our culture. I just wish more people were like him, so Our cultural district isn't some sort of museum exhibit. It's home to many people, a place whose ways of living are precious to them. Figuring out how to preserve and uphold those traditions while embracing modernization is always a constant balancing act we must deal with. This temple does its best to respond to people's concerns, and we therefore serve as something of a representative of the community. Central Eastern temples are institutions of tolerance at heart. We always strive to promote mutual understanding among one another. Tharbad used to be a trading hub first and foremost, but in the past 2 decades it's rapidly developed into a city for recreation. As a result, there are naturally a number of citizens who feel concerned that Tharbad is losing sight of its original culture. I do my best to take their thoughts and feelings into consideration talking to people so that together we can make Tharbad even better. It makes me so happy to see Lowell Klim take an interest in our folklore. It's been a pleasure to teach him about it. Some of our congregants have expressed concern that people are beginning to forget the moral teachings behind such stories. But all you need to see is a child listening and enjoying those stories innocently to know that hope is by no means lost. See, I told you Marjamila knows a lot of stories. She always puts her all into telling them too. That's what makes going to Sunday school so much fun. Yeah, I bet. She's really good. I'm so happy I got to hear new stories from her. This temple is so amazing. Even though we both pray to the same goddess, it looks and feels completely different from the chapel I go to. Wow, it's really that different. That's crazy. I'd love to hear what Western ones are like. Could you tell me a little about them? I want to teach Imani all about the fairy tales of where I'm from. I know, maybe I should give her my picture book that I brought with me. That's okay, isn't it? It'll be like a souvenir, but of me, since it's from my home. She won't even have to travel for it. Clem is really interested in fairy tales. I wonder what sort of books he likes to read at home. After talking to him, now I want to learn about stories from further west. I saw Sarah talking to some hairy old guy. He was weird. He was dressed up like he was on vacation. My brother says his name is Mr. Goatee. I guess he's somebody important who works for a film festival. Sarah looked so surprised when she was talking to him. Wait a minute, is she gonna be dancing in the parade? She is, isn't she? So I had a lot of tours today, which is always great, but every one of my customers was acting like a nut. It was scary. We've been getting a lot of people lately who are like those men who harass Sarah and Shahina. People with no inhibitions at all. Could it be the hookahs? I had people during my fancy tours that tried to wander off on me and go who knows where despite being, a desert. Now that Sarah's been recruited to perform in the festival, I just hope that nothing weird happens that ruins the parade. That'd be terrible. If I'm being honest with you guys, it feels like this city's gotten more and more dangerous lately, in all sorts of ways. They might not show it, but I have to imagine that deep down Sarah and Shahina are worried. They work in the streets, after all. Those two have so much on their plate. I really hope they can continue their dancing in peace, but who knows what's going to happen. I heard Sarah and Shahina were ambushed by some awful guys this afternoon. That must have been so scary. I guess drawing a crowd isn't all fun games when you get to be as popular as they are. Please, you've got to help me. Is there any chance I could see a green-haired bracer who works here? I lost my wallet somewhere. I'm hoping if I talk to him, he might know where it could have gone. Seems the receptionist is a little occupied at the moment. This guy must be desperate if he's coming in here at this hour asking for help. Indeed, let's watch and see what happens. Perhaps we'll learn something. I'm sorry, but I'm going to need a little more information first. Can you explain what exactly is going on? Right, of course. Basically, I was on my way to Tharbad driving along the Sandsea. Everything was going just fine until I suddenly, out of nowhere, blew a tire. Luckily, this green-haired bracer ran over to help us. He was kind enough to patch up the tire with the tools he had. It turned out he was heading to Tharbad too, so we let him hitch a ride with us to thank him for his generosity. After that, we all made it to Tharbad, but just as I was going through my things so I could find my wallet and buy some souvenirs, that's when I realized it went missing, and now I'm scrambling to find it. Isn't there something you can do? What if that was a fake bracer? Alright, I understand. You want to talk to this bracer to see if he has seen or possesses your wallet. Yeah, that's exactly right. I'm beginning to wonder if maybe I got pickpocketed somehow while he was fixing a tire. I just wanted to ask if he noticed anything strange. Now, is there any way you can call him over? I'm sorry, it's probably going to take a little time for us to arrange a meeting with him. Based on your description, I know for a fact that he doesn't belong to our branch. That's what makes it tricky. I say it's more likely that whoever it was who came over and helped you was operating independently. No bracer matching that description is registered with us. If he's in town, we probably won't hear from him until at least tomorrow. Really, I guess I'll have to wait until and hope for the best. Still, if you hear anything about my wallet tonight, could you get in touch with me? I'll wait around outside by the Oasis in case anything comes up. So it never ends. I feel bad for her. Seems the guild's getting so many visitors, she can't catch a break. Yeah, I hope that other man manages to find this wallet too. That's awful, having it stolen. Let's have a chat with her now we're here and that line's opened up. We could learn something interesting. We meet again. Looks like you're keeping busy, taking people's requests this late. Oh, you all again. You heard that, I'm guessing. Yeah, we did. I'm sorry. We really didn't mean to pry. That man said he lost his wallet, right? If only there was some way to talk to that green-haired bracer he mentioned and get his side of the story. Indeed, although it sounds like determining which bracer it was could prove to be difficult. You're telling me. I'm pretty confident it's someone from out of town who decided to come by and help. But when he'll get in touch, who knows? He could drop by after he's checked out the city tonight. It could take him longer, even. Until we can figure out more, there's no way for me to pinpoint which racer it was that man met. So it's mostly hurry up and wait for tomorrow. Boo. You guys are weirdly interested in all this. Who cares if this mystery bracer shows up with one while they're 100? Law of Mira, sure, but it's got nothing to do with us. Maybe, but something about this whole situation stinks. A fake bracer. Just like the fake cop. What do you mean? Nothing. Just talking to myself. Good luck getting the guy sorted out. From the sound of that, man, you don't want to let this go. Well, that guy mentioned he was gonna hang out over by the Oasis. Couldn't hurt to have a chat with him. See if we can coax anything else out. Could be someone trying to frame Elvis? As you wish, Mr. Arkride. The fact that we have limited room to navigate these cases until civilians directly harmed does make things more difficult. We're trying to investigate what's going on in Tharbad's house right now. Unfortunately, we can only take it so far by ourselves. We'll probably need to coordinate with the police to some extent to get anywhere. Which is to say, if all of you find anything, please don't keep it to yourselves. The more we work together, the better this will all end. I hope you all are able to figure out who that mysterious green-haired bracer is by tomorrow. If not, we'll probably have to open an investigation ourselves so we can get the victim his wallet back. We can't keep him waiting too long. So how am I ever going to find this guy if even the Bracer Guild doesn't know where he is? Man, he could be anywhere. I guess I'll wait around a little and hope I hear back from the guild.
Can we talk?
Hey, I wanted to introduce myself. We're from Arkride Solutions. We were just at the guild too and happened to overhear your conversation at the front desk. Oh yeah, I kind of remember passing by you people on the way out. Would any of you happen to know where I might find that green-haired bracer? Not quite. We're actually looking for him too. Got some business of our own. I was hoping you could tell us a little bit more about what happened. Will you mind? Anything else you can think of will help, big or small. Like, did he have any other distinct features, or did anything else stick out to you in general? You too, huh? I'm sorry, in terms of features, I don't remember anything else other than that he had green hair. I wish I could be of more help on that end. Lost my memory. As for anything else that stuck out, no, nothing really comes to mind. Well, that's not true. Actually, I do remember something that happened after we arrived. We bumped into a police officer who was patrolling the parking lot. I decided to go up to him and say hello, strike up a little bit of a conversation. But for some reason, the bracer looked uncomfortable. He wouldn't look the officer in the eye. Oh, shit! That bracer really is an imposter, because that officer must have been that fake that we saw earlier in that quest. A bracer was avoiding a police officer's gaze entirely. That's certainly a little unusual. That's what I thought. I have heard that cops and bracers don't always get along all that well. I figured maybe that's all it was. It did seem odd, though. Wait, I've never heard that before. Is that true? It's common for police and bracers to run to one another at times because they both work to maintain the peace. The difference is the police work wholly within the law. Meanwhile, bracers' first duty is protecting people. So they theoretically can act extra legally to do so, and sometimes they face this jurisdictional friction and, well, differences of opinion. Well, I get it. I guess I can see how that happened. In this case, though, I think this bracer of yours might have had real good reasons for being a little skittish. I don't understand. What do you mean? Don't worry about it. We're saying that we're going to look into it on our end too, and see if we can turn anything up. I get you're keen to have your wallet back, but I think you should call it a night and come back tomorrow. So I suppose you have a point. On that note, if I may, were you able to find a place to stay despite losing your wallet? Yeah, thanks for asking. The guild was kind enough to cover me until I can pay them back. As long as I can find my wallet soon, everything should work out one way or another. I'm still anxious, but knowing that I've got you all and the guild looking into it, I guess I feel okay going to back to my room for the night. I'm glad to hear that's all been taken care of. Please take care on your way. That's one way to get rid of a guy. Now we can talk openly. Right, so it sounds like this green-haired bracer could be an imposter. What are we gonna do about it? Wait, what? He is? We literally had a quest with an imposter cop. This shouldn't be too surprising. Oh wait, you are mentioning the cop. Whoa, I guess maybe the cop quest was a prerequisite. Are you saying this is like what happened with the fake police officer we had to deal with before? It's a distinct possibility, but we can't say for sure yet. If this is true, that's really underhanded of him. You're telling me, your average person isn't ever going to suspect a bracer of committing a crime. Therefore, if someone were to believably impersonate a bracer, they would be able to get away with a great many things. That could be quite damaging to the organization's reputation if nothing was done about it. Luckily, as far as we can tell, the only victim who's emerged so far is that man, or at least he's the only one to file a report. If we're quick enough in catching this imposter, we can minimize the amount of damage he'll do. And normally I ain't exactly in the business of covering the guild's ass or anything. They can handle themselves just fine. But I don't see the harm in sticking our necks out just this once. It'll help us understand what's happening on the ground in this town too. So come hell or high water, we'll uncover who this green-haired chump really is. Hey, if it kills time, I'm game. Lead the way, Chief. I see no reason not to proceed. You have my full support as well, Mr. Arkride. Well, if we're going to do this, what do we do first? Should we go see if anyone else has seen this bracer? Maybe if we talk to more people, we can start tracking him down. That's exactly what I think we should do. We need to figure out this guy's trajectory. If he is a fraud, though, it's probably safe to assume that he's keeping his distance from the cultural district, for obvious reasons. Perhaps we should talk to people in the entertainment district and see if he's been spotted around there then. Good point. The casino dealers could be a good place to start. They're bound to pay close attention to who's coming in. Anybody who spends a lot of time outside of it may have seen him too. All good ideas. Hopefully once we start talking to some people, we'll come up with some leads. Well, no time like the present. Let's roll.
Time to start working.
Bogus Bracer. Thanks for tuning in to this Let's Play of Trails Through Daybreak. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, and or hit the bell icon.